Hey, gonna do some drawings and stuff as the title implies. Yeah. I'm not well. I can fake it for so long and then it just sort of collapse. Is first apologies. I wasn't completely. I knew there had been a plane crash, but I didn't know the full details and all that. And I was winging it and all that sort of stuff. And I didn't mean anything about Chrissy's father or any of that. So, what the hell was that about? I think I was trying to get to the point about the Spartans. You know, they would check the newborns, and if they detected any kind of deformities or anything that they thought was weak, they would throw those babies off the cliff. I mean, anyway, yeah. Oh yeah, Pat's not here. As he said, he went to go play pool while I do the show and draw stuff. Yeah. See, doesn't this fool you? Seemed like a good idea at the time. I had to fix it because it made the chair look really big, and but now it looks like I needed an extra chair to because I'm actually a dwarf. Well, it was a thought, you know. So I'm gonna draw images for Nailsin ratings video. I already have some of these characters, but I figured that'd be something to draw while I babble on about whatever. So I got to draw a new image of the Captain Falcon America character for that movie that's just determined to destroy itself. Superman flying from that TV spot they did where everyone says he has a deformed eye. Okay. And then all the Green Lanterns. Yeah, there's stuff about them. That's nice. And that'll be the deal. And I'll go and read those articles. And let's see if I can fake the Nailsin voice enough so that I might even be able to cut this up into separate videos for later. I don't know. But time is of the essence. And I got to stay up because I got to go to work tomorrow night or later tonight, however you define time. And that's what I'll do. But anyway, let me switch on the the other camera, the only one that matters when it comes to drawing this stuff. So this was a drawing I did earlier. Mr. Kill Everything sent me images of the promotion for Zumok's big show for Kevin, and it's true, the promotion did feature images of Mr. Kill Everything, who apparently is not going. So I guess they didn't clear that or whatever. Anyway, so there was an image of Kevin on it, and so I drew this eventually for the idea that Pat says he wants to see a T-shirt that says "bitch" and then has Kevin underneath. So this is one of the few pictures I've drawn of him where he doesn't have glasses on. So I may or may not add the glasses later, but he's looking all very serious. You know, they had like Terminator eyes over him or something. Yeah, and this is an image working on for Sun King and the latest Sun King audio play that's going on at the Nailsin Show. So, oh boy, all kinds of fun stuff in Nailsin land. Yeah, that's great. All right. I guess I better get to whatever I'm doing. And gee, I hope this all works out. Odds are it won't. Oh, jeez. Already screwing up. Let's see. Put that up. And then, okay, now I see it. That's good. Yeah, it's important to see things you want to show. Oh, am I okay? It's showing on there. no sense seeing my hand through all of this. So there we go. And yes, that's Captain America. All right. Let me check the chat first. Okay. Angel Guzman, latest fuck boobies and gams. Yeah. Not tonight. Well, I don't know. Maybe I could throw in something. Saint Ranger Doug, all is cool. Well, that's good to know. Kevin says hit the like button for Doug. Well, that's nice, Kevin. I appreciate that. And since he mentioned it, it's not a bad idea. Why don't you go ahead and do that? Whether you're on YouTube or Rumble, go ahead and hit that. And again, as explained ad nauseum, like buttons like being hit. I know. Some people are like that. Don't question it. Just do it. And Swift -1, once again, keeping the update on the turquoise person. They are still waving. Or perhaps it's their turquoise and a waving person. You can be two things at once. You sure can. Angel Guzman has a bunch of laughing emojis. Well, this is a silly story, isn't it? Who thought this would work? Well, they did a comic book version of this where the Falcon becomes Captain America after Captain America was too old. And then they decided it would be really cool to turn the Falcon into a racist and all that. Can't say they really did that in the movies, but that Falcon and Winter Soldier show they did, which was probably one of the worst, if not the worst, that they've done. And they've done some bad shows on DP. The main thing of it was that the ethic for this one is that he became sympathetic for a mass murderer. Yeah. Okay, let's see. How do I do this where I can edit it in? I know. So here we are at Cosmic Book News that has the story that everyone's already talked to death about. Captain America's actor Anthony Mackie says Captain America shouldn't represent America, despite the fact that it's in the name. I guess he can represent the captain part. So all you captains, here's your representatives. And so, you know, the deal, he was talking BS in some country or whatnot. And says Captain America represents a lot of different things. And I don't think the term America should be one of those representations. I don't know. How do you get there? That's kind of stupid. Of course, it's all that coming out of LA and whatnot, and people trying to sound smarter than they are, and it's never going to work. And he's in a foreign country, so he figures, hey, I can't be representing America here. But the movie is called Captain America. But anyway, it's about a man who keeps his word, who has honor, dignity, and integrity, someone who is trustworthy and dependable, which America is none of those things. So you see the stupidity, you know. So anyway, he decided to follow up on that. So he says, Anthony Mackie responds to Captain America controversy. Well, it's not Captain America's controversy. It's his. So he says, let me be clear about this. I'm a proud American. Really? You seem to think there's nothing to do with dignity and honor in America. And taking on the shield of a hero like Cap is the honor of a lifetime. Well, he's a fictional character, so it's not. But anyway, I'm sure it's a good job, you know. I have the utmost respect for those who serve and have served our country. So I don't know. I guess he thought the overall thing was more about military service and whatnot, that's what he was insulting. And sure, in a way, but he was insulting the entire nation. You know? I mean, I'm willing to give him a pass in the sense that he's kind of stupid on this. And, I didn't mean for it to come out that way. Maybe, I don't know. Cap has universal characteristics. that people all over the world can relate to. Yeah, well, probably should have gone with that, you know. But the main thing about this, well, these actors, they got to promote these movies. You know, they're contractually obligated to do so. And you don't really want to piss anybody off. So the important thing to say is, hey, we worked really hard on this movie. I mean, we reshot it so many times. There's 3 different movies. And to tell you the truth, I don't know which one you're going to see. Probably a hodgepodge. No, you don't want to say all that. You just say we worked really hard on it. And it's an action adventure movie. And we hope you like it. Please come and see it. There you go. That's all you got to do. You know, there's different phrases and words you can use that say the same thing. So, you know, your choice, but that's all you got to do. You don't have to go into, you know, it's not about America. It's about the world. Well, he's not Captain World. He's Captain America, you know? And, so it's not the immediate when someone says, I'm very proud of my country. You know, there's a lot about the history that I really admire and that sort of thing. It's not the immediate that it means what, and since you're not my country, you're shit. So it's that attitude that comes into this, the thinking that any pride of your homeland or whatnot is an insult to others. You know, I mean, there's nothing specific here about a certain point in history or any kind of incident or any of the wars or any of that sort of thing. And what have you. So yeah, I'm really proud of that too. But you know, it's just the overall broad brush of it. Of it's not about America. That shouldn't be part of Captain America's representation. It should only be, you know, honor and dignity and being trustworthy. So, do you understand the concept of logic? Yeah. But anyway, as if the movie wasn't in bad shape enough as it is, this was one more little incident, and it is rather minor because it's just, well, you know, actors say stupid shit. That's just the rule. It's always been that way. And so you could usually just kind of, yeah, move on. But man, after the 10 years we've been through and whatnot, and then this movie is just, again, there's probably 3 different versions of it with the amount of money they spent and the amount of reshoots they did, that it's impossible to make its money back. And so their best bet was to try to fix it as much as possible in the hopes that it won't do as much damage to the overall MCU brand. That's the best they could hope for, you know? And then this happens. So now it's like, and then any kind of coin it might have the potential of gaining would be that, well, some people went to see it and word of mouth said, well, it's not as bad as I thought, because one of the things going for it was always the lowered expectations. And then you see it, well, I was expecting way worse than this. So, oh, gee, it's a positive. We'll take it. And, you know, well, maybe I'll check it out. But now there's people pissed off. So, yeah, it's one thing to have a stupid movie, but then to have a movie that pisses people off. Yeah, you don't want to do that. So that's too bad for Captain America. But there was other news here. You see, it turns out, oh, what are you doing? You know, I hit the wrong thing. I'm sorry. Thank God you can't see that. There we go. The villain, the actual villain here, who is actually a Hulk villain. The Red Hulk is in it for 5 minutes, apparently. And it's interesting because it's like, well, why isn't this a Hulk movie? You know, shouldn't it be the Hulk instead of Captain America? But anyway, we get to see him in his character, Tim Blake Nelson, no relation that I know of. Last time you saw him in MCU was way back in that Ed Norton Hulk movie, which I thought was pretty good. It bombed, but I thought it was all right. And he's playing the character who becomes one of the main Hulk villains called the Leader. And basically, the gamma stuff does turn him green, but it makes his head enlarged because he becomes super smart. So that's the deal. So you get a first look. It's this really bad look. Is that his brain coming out of his head? I don't know. But then there's this concept art. So it's probably he looks more like this. So I don't know. Maybe something's going on here that, I don't see if it'll show. There you get a better view of it, I guess. And it does look like his skull's messed up and stuff, It doesn't look all that big. Yeah, someone said it looks like Nosferatu. Even more so than the Nosferatu movie, which I did like, but I think people were very let down that he didn't look like this, And I guess what's this promo art and stuff like that seems to show more that's what he'll look like. He's just some dude who's just got a big forehead, the Leader, because that's the job he wants. So anyway, there's the concept art of him, and I guess I'll draw that. But it doesn't even look all that green. It's just like maybe he's sick and about to throw up. But anyway, that's all you got. Oh, I guess this is the scene where the villain is revealed to the other villain that they shoehorned in with Gus Fring in the reshoots. He wasn't in the movie originally. There was some other villain too, and they cut him out completely because, again, they shot enough footage for 3 different movies. I'm going with 3. Most people say 2, but man, it's a lot. So anyway, I'd say good luck, but it's just not going to happen. Meanwhile, over at the DCU, we'll do Superman later. Green Lanterns. And when they had first announced this, I was bummed out and let down that they weren't going to do the Cavill movie and stuff. And, but still, I was going to see what they got, and James Gunn listed all this stuff. And I thought the Lantern series sounded the most interesting, even though it mostly takes place on Earth. But that's because they're broke and don't have the money to afford a space adventure. So Kyle Chandler will be Hal Jordan and probably get killed off at the end of the season so that Jon Stewart will be the main Green Lantern. But anyway, we got to see their first start on the set and production and whatnot. And they have chairs to sit in. So this is at the set, and it's camera test day. And then here's the other part of the set. So camera test, what is that? Well, a camera test is a pre-production process where typically actors, costumes, makeup, lighting, and camera setups are tested before the actual filming begins. It helps directors, cinematographers, and production teams determine how everything will look on camera and make necessary adjustments before the start of official production. So there you go. And this is the actor who posted it. I think he's playing a bad guy. Oh, it's Garrett Dillahunt. And he plays a sheriff or something. Or no, just some local guy. Anyway, he's probably the bad guy. So there's the 2 lanterns that you may or may not see in costume. So anyway, that's all they got to say. The bad news about it is it's got to be Earth-based, but also Tom King is one of the writers on it, and that just spells disaster from the get-go. So expectations are very low, which again could help for it. But well, there you go. The other Green Lantern news, go back a ways, is this guy, Ulrich Thompson. He will be Sinestro. So I'm guessing if they can afford it, they'll make his skin all pink and red or something like that, and dye his mustache, and maybe he's got a goatee there, dye that, and his blonde hair will be dyed black if they can afford the hair dye. If not, then he'll just look like this and might wear a suit that looks something like that, just not as tight. They seem to be going for baggy suits. In fact, the clothes he's wearing there, probably something akin to that, will be his Sinestro suit. He's a good actor. I think he can do the role. I did like, oh, damn, why am I blanking? Oh, Mark Strong. Yeah, he was the Sinestro in that crappy Green Lantern movie, but he did a really good job. It would have been a good Sinestro, but, well, the movie flopped, there's Kyle again with a Batman utility belt. Wow. Yeah, but it's just fan art. The costume won't look like that, I'm sure. So anyway, there you go. That's their Sinestro. So at least they'll have Sinestro in the show. I don't know if he plays a major role as a villain in it, or if it's just they're going to shoot a few scenes in space and say, "Oh man, Sinestro, he's nasty," and then save him for later should the show succeed and all that. But will it succeed? Well, it really doesn't depend on the lanterns themselves. No, it depends on Superman. And while they did the trailer, I didn't care for, and still got problems with the costume. It looks really baggy and stuff. It looks like it doesn't even fit the guy. Doesn't look that bad here. But then everyone got upset about it because one eye is kind of squinting and the other eye is not squinting as much. So James Gunn responded to it, and they were saying, "Oh man, you badly CGI'd the guy's face." Well, they didn't CGI it. That's him, and they try to do as much practical as possible. There's a lot of behind-the-scenes shots. You could see it. They actually had him strapped to some, I don't know, apparatus that was all covered in green, so they could take it out later, and we're moving him around on it. So in this sort of thing, he's obviously suspended on something like that. And they're blasting his face with a fan, so the cape flaps and his hair blows. Now, some of the cape might be CGI, just they didn't like quite the way it went in the actual shot. But that's the deal. He's trying to keep his eyes open with the air blasting his face, So he's not really Superman, He's going to be affected by stuff like that. Plus, I don't know. He could be one of these guys that one eye is smaller than the other. Could be. I don't know. So anyway, oh boy, that's the big scandal for it. But much ado about nothing on that one. The Captain America thing, that's a little more. But this, I don't know. It's Superman flying. That's about it. So there we go. We're all caught up with that. So now I'll copy that and post it in my, I guess in Photoshop so I can see it and draw it. I don't know. Maybe I'll put it on the background. You can look at Pat's chair while I set all that up. That's important. So that's what I'll be drawing. And I've said all there is to say about it, so I'll talk about other stuff, It's like Johnny Crutches doesn't want super tips. Well, that's okay, Johnny. I'll take them. Yeah. Yeah, that would be nice. But it's the whole thing. Yes, Melton made those jokes. They were obviously jokes. You're well within your right to be disgusted or upset about it in that regard. Funny thing was, sure took a while to actually express any of that initially, even though he was fully aware of the comedic diatribe. It's not something I would do again. I'm just the very least, I'm not going to pick on a 10-year-old girl. It's not her fault that that's her daddy, But it's also a bit of a problem. Oh, damn it. I screwed that up. It's a good thing no one can see that. I must never know, except I just admitted it. Oh, damn it. But the overall point was at the time that Aaron was exploiting his child for showing off what a great guy he is. And that sort of thing. And it gets lost in all that when you start doing the jokes. And so, yeah, bad choice or what have you, I suppose. But to constantly accuse the man and insinuate that it's far more sinister than what it is not only detrimental to Melton's reputation and whatnot, which is obviously the attempt, it's detrimental to the entirety of the ideal of the concern of victims of the actual crime that you're insinuating that Melton is a part of or what have you, which he clearly isn't. So, you're a liar. That's that is. And that's the problem of spreading that around is like, well, it's a small amount of a portion of the available audience or something like that. But, well, it only takes a few, and you repeat something ad nauseum in order for it to try to glean some potential of believability to it so that you can do the damage. And why do the damage? Because he got the better of you. And he's just funnier than you. Yeah. And that's that. Susan Dolan says, hail Douglas Nelson. Hail Susan. A. Thompson, any good movies this weekend, Doug? Probably not. Schaffel, I guess. Who is Cosmic Book News? It's a guy named Matt McCloyne. It's his site. And he covers stuff like that. Angel Guzman. Oh, wow. Forgot that guy. Okay. The guy playing Sinestro, the guy playing Superman, the guy playing Green Lantern, the other guy playing Green Lantern, the guy playing Captain Falcon America. I think that covers all the bases. Angel Guzman. Yeah, what are those cartoon eye emojis? Tark the Shark. Let's talk to Pat's chair. Yeah, we could do that. Let's see. Pat's chair. So what is it like? Holding up Pat during the show. Look, I'm sorry if I touched upon a subject you don't wish to discuss. So apologies if that's why you're not responding. I mean, I should have been more understanding and anticipated that. So, I mean, look, people say he's whacked out and stuff like that, but you're the chair, and as the chair, you're there. So, no comment. Well, it does involve a Pat's bottom sitting upon you, so perhaps that is getting a little too personal. And you know what? This was a mistake, and I apologize. I really do. Yes. So we're not going to be doing that. I think we'll move on and start drawing if the damn thing would go to it. Why is it flat? See that? This is what you get. See, you wanted to talk to the chair, and now it's not go. Oh, yeah. We'll just forget that little incident happened. All right. I guess we'll draw Captain Falcon America, who he just made it worse for himself. So I don't know. He stands there. He's got some suit. and he's got the shield now. So let me draw his arm more or less. This is going to be covered up anyway. It won't matter. And he's like, there's one thing Captain America shouldn't represent. It's America. So, what? And then, I don't know, the next day, oh man, I didn't think of that. You didn't, huh? So, oh boy, it's a mess, huh? Well, whatever. What are you going to do? So, anyway, uh, yeah, damn it. But Super Tips is a great thing. In the era of the cancel culture crap that happened over the years and whatnot, it was something like that that can go a long way, especially since not only uh, do you have, oh man, I need my templates. Yeah. You have a means by which to have some monetization of whatever it is you're doing, and well, you've been kicked off YouTube or whatever, and all that crap. And then here comes the system that not only allows the same function that Super Tips would do, I mean Super Chats, but it's actually better, especially since you earn more, and but also those AI voices. Jeez, you just, I mean, God, I can't praise that stuff enough. Um, and so I just, I mean, as far as Johnny Crutches goes, I mean, Team Steel Toe, so I was like, yeah, if I took that, but that just goes to show the lack of vision and whatnot. Now, of course, they put themselves in this position. Let's see, it's 1, 2, 3, yeah. With the ridiculous accusations to Melton, all because they just don't have the means to have the comeback to the brains that he's delivered to them, other than to say, well, he's the guy who said this about his daughter, and so there you go, and harp on that ad nauseum, and whatever. But of course, Melton never exposed the girl to, cocaine addicts. Uh, he never engaged in four ways with the kids downstairs. At least I haven't heard any of that. So on and so forth, So there's the what's the before you accuse me, but I can understand not wanting to look at oneself after all that activity. Uh, so, but they're at odds and all that sort of thing, and that explains that. As far as the dust up between Pat and Melton, I really wish that hadn't happened, and would have thought it could be resolved by now. I guess it hasn't. I don't know. And I like Melton. I like his show, and I certainly understand concern and fear that there could be some detriment to Super Tips over this, but only if something had actually occurred. Uh, Revealing the nature of Stripe, to the best of my understanding of it, that's not much of a case. Now it's still so you get cases no matter what, and it's a pain in the ass, and so you know, but ultimately it would be this erroneous endeavor, and that there isn't one to be made. And claiming that no one really cared what you know Ron Fuddle said. that's not entirely accurate, and it's easier to say when you're not involved in it, when you're not the target, you're not dealing with this. And as far as yelling at, why don't you just get over it? When he did, somebody else wasn't going to have that. So when you're on the receiving end of it, it's a different matter entirely. Still, much of it, I don't see reason for them to be such at odds and disliking one another. I wish it weren't the case. But unfortunately, I guess it is. Captain America. Let's see. Go back to this. Your brain on magic. Draw Garfield. Well, Garfield's not appearing in any of these films. Fiddity, the timey-wimey-limey, Andrew, or the cat? I know neither. Oh, Andrew Garfield. Yeah. Kevin says, let's draw Captain America, but we have to remember we can't celebrate America. No, of course not. Angel Guzman, don't forget the pencil thin goatee. Yes. Yeah, well, maybe it was a thicker goatee, but when he was flying through the air, at high speeds, it sheared it. Yes. Circles. 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 There we go. That's his shield. And I think it's another one of these where there's like several different costumes he wears in the movie. So, and they did the same thing with the other, the real Captain America, where, well, he was just changing clothes, but I obviously the reason being is that, hey, we want the different. Oh shit! I screwed that up. Action figures and crap to sell, and so we can't just have one suit. We want to have multiple ones, so you have to collect them all, or you're not a true fan of, Captain America, Captain whatever. There was some story that they teased the idea of doing a DP series with Chris Evans as Captain America, but detailing the story of when he brought all the Infinity Stones back through time to return them to their proper owners. And then eventually he goes back in time to be with Peggy, marries her and all that stuff, and then lives out his life as some other guy. I guess he had a new alias or whatever, but he couldn't let the superheroing go. Well, he couldn't become Captain America again. People would notice, hey, we had Captain America running around in the 70s. And so they think they would borrow from a story they did in the 70s where Captain America lost his faith in his country. Ostensibly, this was during the Watergate days, and they did a thinly veiled story suggesting that that was all part of a Hydra plot. And when he found out that the president was a member of Hydra, Captain America, was all depressed about it. He didn't know if there was America left for him to defend anymore. So he gave up the Captain America name and outfit and all that. So he's walking around naked. No, he developed a new superhero name called Nomad, which is a man without a country. And so they were thinking of calling the series Nomad. Well, they decided, never mind. So they didn't do it. So there you go. There's Captain Falcon coming to a theater near you. But I don't know. If you're an American, maybe you're not wanted, But it was all a misunderstanding, you understand. So it doesn't really count. No. All right. The leader is, well, he's just some guy. And you never know. Maybe you could be the leader too. So he's just standing there. And he's got a long coat. That's something. And I'm really drawing a blank. I'm trying to remember any of the leader stories that you actually knew about. I think he had some interactions with the AIM group, who I don't know. I guess you could consider them a terrorist organization, but they were mostly interested in new technologies and whatnot, and they were always doing crap. It's like that MODOK guy who they really dropped the ball on that in the Ant-Man movie. He was one of their guys. I guess well they like experimenting on shit and stuff like that. So you had these basic weird abominations walking around. So here's the leader with his swollen head. He said, hey, you're weird looking enough. You could be a member of our group. So I don't know if they'll include that in this. They did one of the, I think, Iron Man movies and mentioned the group. But not really the whole story. It was always these guys walking, for the most part, their group was made up of a bunch of people in these hazmat suits looking things. And I don't know how much a hazmat suit would do for all the radiation they're spilling, but that's the best they could do, I guess. And so, but I mean, his head was a lot bigger than what we're seeing here. His hair was actually jet black, and he was green. But he's not going to be this time around. He's just going to be this guy. And odds are they thought, hey, we'll just, because the Marvel movies are flooded with CGI. So they just thought, we'll just CG everything in, later. And then, we spent too much money already. Screw it. Just, hey, can we just put him in a trench coat? Yeah, thanks. And then that's it. Yeah. So, good luck. I don't know if he'll be as bad as that Flash movie where they didn't finish the CGI and put it out anyway. But I guess we're going to find out. Well, a few people will. Looks like his upper lip is larger than the bottom one. So they kind of do it like that. Hangs over like a, duck bill. So he's the main villain, I guess. He must be the leader of the villains, even if they don't realize it. Those things. You didn't know who was really in charge. So it was one of those things where the Hulk is a big, dumb, lumbering monster. So they figured the villain would be like this really intelligent guy. So that's probably the deal. But he's going to be Captain Falcon's villain. Uh, good enough. Yay. Yay. The villain. And that concludes our time with the MCU. Let me see. Get rid of that. Now the Green Lanterns. I don't know. I mean, looking at that Superman outfit, I'm just guessing they're going to just be in these sort of baggy clothes. I don't know. Now that first movie, they did it where it was a total CGI outfit, and considering the Green Lantern creates things with all that green energy light that comes out of his ring, it seems like, well, then yeah, it would be this sort of outfit made out of the light and stuff, rather than just some outfit he kept in the closet. Well, something's going on. I gotta go be Green Lantern again, and so just got to go put that on. One night, he said, "Hey, you could just conjure up an outfit with the ring, but it wouldn't look like thread or whatever." And so it's like, So kind of what they did was it made sense, but yeah, just wasn't that good of a movie, I suppose. But the idea for this one is, hey, it's going to be like True Detective, but with Green Lanterns. And I mean, if you had the money to actually do a Green Lantern show, then you'd say, yeah, it's like True Detective with Green Lanterns, and they're going to alien worlds and stuff like that. But now they're going to go to, I don't know, Kansas or something like that. They can't even do the joke of, hey, I don't think we're in Kansas anymore because they're in Kansas. So, like, oh, damn. You had that opportunity. Now it's gone. No, that's not good enough. Gonna need the other team plate so that it can be, correct. So I don't have to later correct it. Well, maybe that. Okay. There you go. Circle. It's important. So going by the Superman outfit and all that, I'm guessing he's gonna have some kind of almost like a jacket or some sort. So it'll probably be kind of loose here and there, and then I don't know how the pants would go. Probably mostly black, and then he'd have these boots. I don't know if they'd put like probably just have the designs of knee pads, but not actual ones. Let's see. We'll try to make the boots look like something designed from some alien. So maybe some little thing here like that. We just don't know. No, we don't. There he'd have his ring here. And maybe again with the shoulder pad things. Maybe it comes to a point, something like that. So he's supposed to be the old veteran Green Lantern, and he's got to deal with this new Green Lantern who's new to the game and all that, the rookie. But over the course of the narrative and the adventure, there's a certain amount of respect between the two as they both learn from each other. But anyway, I suspect they'll kill off the Hal Jordan character. But don't worry, Jon Stewart's going to feel bad about it. And then when they finally get to their new Justice League, he'll be their Green Lantern. That's if they get there. Because everything depends on Superman being a smash hit and all that. The Lantern show is being made, so it's going to happen. But as far as going any further than that, well, no guarantee. No guarantee. Damn it. This isn't going to work. Gonna have to. Well, maybe it will. Same dumb boots. It's like standard issue when you enlist in the Green Lantern Corps. Like some poster around with an alien with its tentacle pointing at you saying, I want you for the Green Lantern Corps. Yeah, that's how that works. Not really familiar with the actor picked to be Jon Stewart, but I think I heard someone he did do some sort of like military stories. So I don't know if he actually served in the military or not. But. And I do recall the actual introduction of Jon Stewart was he and Hal didn't initially get along very well. So there's some actual classic DC Comics lore to it. But I mean, it's like, how do you do a story where it's just, he's going to question everything Hal Jordan says when he's like, of course, then again, they're keeping it all on Earth. So, I mean, it's like, not like he can say, hey, man, you don't know what you're talking about. You ain't never been in outer space. And it's like, yeah, well, I'm not in outer space now either. Oh, yeah. Shit. I'll probably have something like that. Jacket. Nice. And finally, Sinestro. Who would have thought somebody given the name Sinestro would become a sinister being? They just didn't see that. I don't know why. But they thought, I don't know, I just like the sound of the name. And I guess, the dad was like, well, all right. I guess it'll be fine. And then they had to live with the shame that their son became a sinister villain. Well, the deal with Sinestro was that he was actually the mentor for Hal Jordan. But he became disillusioned with the Green Lantern Corps and thought they were weak, not doing what needed to be done. Which, he probably had a point. But so he broke away from him. Jordan had to go hunt him down, take him in, and then back and forth and back. But that's the thing of superheroes. So they got a lot of villains they got to deal with. There's always one main villain. And for Hal Jordan, it's Sinestro. The thing about that first movie was really the plot hole. Because they go up against Parallax, this big threat. And in the context of the movie, it's an old threat from long ago. And the Guardians knew about it, but they didn't want to talk about it. And so on and so forth. And so a good number of Sinestro leads a big corps of lanterns to go take it on. And Parallax just wipes them all out, damn near, And they're like, damn it. So then Parallax is headed to Earth, and Hal Jordan's like, I need help. And they're like, nothing we can do. It's unstoppable. It sucks to be you and all that. So what does Hal Jordan do with the Parallax entity? He says, I know. I'll throw it into the sun. And what do you know? It works. Kills off the villain. Well, you see, the problem there is it's the sun, yes, but the sun's a star, you know. And if there's one thing about outer space, I mean, you can go outside and look at night, you know. There's a lot of stars out there. So it's like these super duper pooper scooper space cops couldn't figure that out. But the rookie Lantern, Hal Jordan, did. You know? And I don't know, maybe that was what set off Sinestro, you know. He's like, God damn, that's embarrassing. I don't even know who I am anymore. And so, you know. They used to have it where, you know, the Green Lantern power ring can do just about anything. Well, if you can do just about anything, there's no limitations. There's no stakes or anything. Oh, yeah. It can do anything except anything colored yellow. So, and I mean, there's literally stories where that villain just, well, I painted everything yellow, so. So eventually, it's like, look, we got to change that. And it went with that, you know, the ring is only as powerful as the will of the one holding it. So if you can break their concentration and stuff like that, you know, okay, that'll mess them up. All right. The Lanterns. Won't that be a fun show? I hope so. Saint Ranger says, fun nighttime hangout. Yeah, Kevin, there are no guarantees. That is correct. Yeah, that's true about, you know, everything. So, I mean, really upset that Tom King is involved in this DCU. To put simply, I do not like. I mean, he fooled me once. He did a series on the Mr. Miracle character as a Jack Kirby New Gods character, and it had all the trappings of an interesting take on the character and the superhero concept and all that. But that's just it. It was just the decoration, and it posed as that, and it was, you know, it was just stupid. And a lot of it was repetitive stuff, and even having the artist just repeat the same panels repeatedly ad nauseum. And stuff like that was done since the old Vertigo days and whatnot, when we got to be artsy fartsy about our comic books. And so, you know, it's fine enough to a point, but when it becomes apparent that that's all there is, and it's just filler for time because you don't really have the material for whatever it is we're trying to do, but you weren't really trying to do anything. You just wanted to appear that you were doing something. And overall, it's the least objectionable at now. But then he moved on to, he did this. He's been blessed with the artists. The artists that work on his comics they're really good. They're excellent even. But it's just a waste on this guy who, and a lot of it seems like he's just all the stories involve dealing with depression and all this sort of stuff. So it seems like, well, that's his story and everything. Yeah, but when it's getting in the way of the work, uh, and you can't just repeat the same thing over and over again and just variation of it. Uh, but he did this story. It just right off the bat, the premise of it, it was so stupid. I never bothered to go into it, but I got the ultimate synopsis of what was going on in it. But the premise was they had this, I guess it was on an island or whatever, but it was some super AI computer or whatnot, where the superheroes could go in to receive therapy because it's tough being a superhero. And their secret identities, all that stuff was revealed to it. So of course you already have a problem here. It's like I don't think they would agree to that. No, it's all confidential and stuff. But and I forget the entirety of the plot, but ultimately it had the Wally West Flash end up becoming a murderer, but it was okay because he traveled through time to fix it or some such. It was just stupid. And he just knows that what if this beloved character was actually a murderer? Wow, didn't see that coming. That's something. Then he did some series about the Adam Strange character. And of course, it was all this idea of so you thought he was a hero, but in reality, he was a war criminal. And, then he pulled this stupid stunt with the artist Jay Lee, who all artist Jay Lee did was he did a cover, and he was paid, to do for Ethan Van Sciver's Cyberfrog, and of course, uh, the Church of Woke hated Ethan Van Sciver, so they decided, Tom King decided it was time to cancel Jay Lee for doing that cover. And so Jay Lee was getting all this crap online and stuff. He's like, what the hell? Well, the reason he wasn't paying attention to it initially was because his beloved dog had died. So he and his girlfriend were uh, giving the dog a funeral. And this just happens to hit right in the middle of that, that sort of thing. So then Tom King goes, hey, man, didn't know that was going on. And, but hey, we talked it out and everything's cool. And then Jay Lee responded, no, it's not. Something along those lines. Uh, just an asshole. People make a big deal that he was in the CIA during the Iraq War and not entirely certain what all he did. But then the suggestion being that, boy, he's really guilt ridden over that. So he's, but just blaming everybody else. But so wow, so he was in the CIA and now he's a comic book writer. But apparently his mother was a bigwig on the board at Warner Brothers. So, and that's another curious thing because it's like when he was writing the Batman books, and he just had Batman crying all the time and wanting Catwoman to be his mommy. So it's like, man, what's going on here? Currently, he's writing Wonder Woman, and of course, she's a man-hating murderer and stuff like that because America is misogynist and all that. Something. So it's not like it's improved. Now they're adapting his take on Supergirl for the Supergirl movie. Now, there again, that one, for what it is, which is a ripoff of True Grit, it's just True Grit, but instead of John Wayne, it's Supergirl. There you go. But it's the least, probably even more so than the stupid Mr. Miracle story, objectionable of the material he's done. Plus, it would be an adaptation, so maybe it won't be all that bad. It might even be good. I would hope, but. And my other hope is that, well, they just got to give Tom King a producer or executive producer position. And because, his mommy. And, well, so he gets a paycheck, but just don't listen to him. And the Lantern Show, Damon Lindelof will be writing on it as well, and that's, of course, a red flag. But the showrunner is a guy named Mundy, or Chris Mundy, I think, who worked on the Ozark series, and he's going to be the showrunner, so he's actually the head honcho of it. So if it's more him than the other two, then maybe the show's got a shot. I still haven't seen the Wolfman, but I've yet to hear anything good about it. It sounds awful. I was like, damn it. Why can't they make wolf movies anymore? Oh, yeah, he's got to have his circle, too. So he might be one of the main villains of the series or just some obligatory cameo. I'm guessing Nathan Fillion, Guy Gardner would show up, but jeez, Nathan, give him a haircut before he does. That's stupid. Mo Howard haircut he's got. How are you supposed to unsee that? I don't think you can. I know I can't. Task the resident artist. I'm missing a few here. Let me go back. Let me get this. Don't forget the pencil thin goatee. I didn't. There are no guarantees. That's correct. Jeff remains powerless against the Chinese. That is possible that the rings don't work against the Chinese. That could be their weakness. And Sinestro joins the Chinese. Task the resident artist. Ass. Saint Ranger 1959. Hi. Task says stranger. So you got to add that to AI test. I think AI test did do that. Not just but but only when you're asking her about dating and stuff, and maybe snake bites in the butt. Kevin, hey Task, how are you? Task response, Kevin, hey man, I'm good. How about you? We'll have to wait on that. Tess, I'm going to pass out, but wanted to say hi. Love Chew Guys. Dub, great drawing, man. Why, thank you, Tess. I appreciate that. Now, it's bedtime, so you go to bed now. And don't forget to say your prayers before you go to bed. All right? Otherwise, the boogeyman will come and get you. Yeah. Or the doo-doo ball killer. Yeah. All right. Have a good night, Tass. And Kevin responds, oh, boy, I hope Tass was around long enough to see this. Good to see you, Tass. Haven't seen you in a while. So there you go. Um, Kevin's happy to see you. Nodak 123, hit the like button. That's true, Nodak. It is true. People should hit it, whether on Rumble or YouTube. The choice is yours. And so now our final subject. And let me get rid of this. Goodbye. Thank you for your time. Superman, who has to make this all work for Warner Brothers. And I did see an article, some insider, anonymous, of course. No, it was not Ron Funnell, saying that everything hinges on Superman, and stands to reason, which they were confident that the movie should do well. I think it needs to do better than just well, but anyway, but they got nothing to follow it with. And that's not just like DC superheroes. They just don't have anything in the hopper of their films, and they're worried about that. So like even a big win of Superman doesn't really correct the problems that admittedly they inherited, really, Zaslav in the batch. And so that, they're hoping we got to have these mega blockbuster that bring in the cash, and then that'll offset whatever. I'm sure he did cut a lot of the debt that they came into, but a lot of it by cutting. There's a lot of these ridiculous bloated projects that he's like, yeah, nah. That's still in, yeah, nah. Yep, nah. So that was the end of that, and that sort of thing. And that's, I'm sure you can be upset. So, damn, I was really hoping we could get this done and all that. But it's a business decision. It's one of those things that's determined by reality, not fee-fees. Oh. And a certain mindset just can't seem to deal with reality, But I'll let you in on a little secret about reality. It always wins. And you got to figure out how you're going to navigate that. Now, some didn't because, well, they had some sugar daddies. Also, some stolen funds. Stuff like that. And you can coast a long while. But then, when sugar daddy's like, yeah, I'm done. Like, and then you're like, oh, now I'm at the mercy of people I pissed off and stabbed in the back. Gee, I hope they're over that. Odds are they aren't. So it's like when the president gives a press conference and goes off on DEI and whether or not it's actually the responsible causality here, and you can make, hey, come on, that's a bit insensitive. And sure, but no one cares what dinosaur media thinks. And they're all scrambling for their jobs because, well, he didn't do a good job. The point is made, obviously, the catastrophic consequences for having professionals in a very important position, such as the flight control, doesn't really know what they're doing, but can tell you all about, their sexual habits and whatnot. It is a problem. Now, whether it's applicable here, we don't really know yet. So you can talk about, well, that's a bit irresponsible. But, of course, what's he doing? Well, people would say, well, boy, we're only, what, a couple of weeks in, and already there's a huge disaster on Trump's watch. So that's, and don't act like it wouldn't be if it hasn't already. And you say, hey, I tried to fix this. Then Sleepy Joe Biden came in and overturned everything I did. So there it is. But how much of a thing can you make of it? Well, not a lot, because no one really listens to them anymore. It's like they were going over the electoral maps and stuff, and Jake Tapper's like, holy smokes, it's as if they weren't listening to a word we said. Yeah. Well, there he is. He's Superman. He's flying around, I don't know, the Arctic, I guess. They always did that. I think after a while, for a time anyway, they changed it to where, no, the Fortress of Solitude is in the South Pole because Antarctica is actually a continent. The North Pole, it's just a bunch of ice. There's really not much there. I was like, oh. Although, I mean, except for climate change, you probably could build something on it. I mean, Santa Claus lives there. That's the thing. I don't know if they ever, I'm sure they did some story where Superman and Santa Claus are neighbors. Like Superman comes out the front door to, get the paper in his slippers. And then there's Santa Claus doing the same thing. He's saying, oh, hey. And then that's the time Superman's like, oh, hey, Kris Kringle. Listen, buddy, while I got you here, I just want to make mention, I'm really getting tired of Rudolph shitting on my roof. If you could just, at least talk to the guy. I really, that would be nice. And then Santa Claus could either say, "Oh yeah, I'm sorry about that. I'll talk to him," or he's like, "How I run my reindeer is my business and no one else's. Keep your nose out of my butt," and all this. Whoa, boy, that escalated quickly. Great Scott! Now it's like, oh no, I've got a new enemy. It's Santa Claus. So then, but instead of a lump of coal in his stocking, it's kryptonite. Dun, dun, dun. Of course, by the end of the story, I'm sure you'd find out that, it's Bizarro Santa Claus or some shit. Oh, it's Luther in a suit. Geez, I really screwed this up. It's like his eyes are too far apart. Damn it. But again, camera's in the way. So I always have an excuse. So you can't complain about it, criticize it. No, nothing. And in the end, at least I tried. Doesn't that matter? Oh, damn. Somehow I forgot to do the Doctor Who news segment. Yeah. Well, it seems they hired a trans person. Yeah. To write scripts for the next season, which I guess it's just already done, because there ain't going to be a season 3, at least not under the current iteration. Anyway, Uh, well, all right. So you got this writer, and it's some guy who wanted to be a woman. So I don't know. I guess took hormones, had a boob implant, that sort of stuff. And all right, whatever, and writes stories for a living. Well, the stories are all about being gay and trans and stuff like that. And wrote a book for children, which some people didn't want it in the school libraries. Oh man, those censors, you know. Well, the book gave gratuitous details about how a kid can hook up online with gay people for sex, and also the best way to perform hand jobs, you know. And well, Russell T Davies thought, oh, that would be excellent for Doctor Who. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And so I guess you can look forward to that in a future Doctor Who episode where the universe is saved by a proper gay hand job, you know. And, you know, they make the argument, well, only a man knows how to handle a man's cock because he's got one of his own. So, that's great. So now I erase everything I've done. Now just the pencil. Thank God for the ink. It'll still be there, you know. No, I don't need to look at Superman anymore. And make sure I'm still on here. Yeah. Kevin says, my internet went out just when Task came in, so I hope she saw my message. Well, hope springs eternal. If I recall, I might pass it along. Probably not, though. I won't be back on any of that till next week. Sad, isn't it? But it's the truth. Kevin says again, and don't we all want to know what their sexual habits are? Well, you're going to find out. I mean, I don't know why. I mean, because you already know. Yeah. Kevin, I love that we have a president now. That is coherent. Yeah, he is. He gets up there and tells you what's bullshit. Literally. Yes, blame the camera. Yes. Yes. Baxo Joys does stuff. Hello, everyone. Hello, Baxo Joys or Jays does stuff. Well, I'm doing stuff too, Baxo Jays. I'm erasing the pencil out of these drawings I did, and we'll put them in Photoshop to give them a dash of color. Yeah, yeah. So there's Captain America, Falcon. Yeah. And the leader, because hey, we haven't referenced that guy in a while, so he'll show up. That's right, the Hulk villain in a Captain America movie with no Hulk. Well, Red Hulk, yeah, but only for 5 minutes. So no Hulk and no Captain America. Just, you know, Captain Falcon changing clothes. But then, you know, they're like, hey, look, it's Gus Fring. Yeah. I wonder how much they paid him just to show up and shoot a few scenes of him shooting stuff. I don't blame him. I'd take the money too, you know. You want me to come in and just shoot cars and stuff? Yeah. All right. And the lanterns. Green Lantern for years now. There's one thing you need to know. It takes years to earn that green. I mean, you get it on day one with the ring and everything, but I mean, I don't know where I'm going with this, but the point is, I've been a Green Lantern for years. So I don't know what other stories they would pursue after they bump off Hal Jordan. But if John Stewart's going to be their main Green Lantern, then it should be John Stewart Green Lantern stories, not just pasting him on top of Hal Jordan stories, setting up a romance between him and Carol Ferris and all that crap. It's like, no, he can have his own story. Because otherwise, then it's almost, it's very much the equivalent of the race swap character, you know. Whereas here, you do have an original character. He's John Stewart, not Hal Jordan. But it should be treated as such. Yes. Yes. Well, why not just have Hal Jordan be the... What are you, insane? Well, one line of thinking is that's what they did for the 90s Justice League cartoon series. So it was, John Stewart, not Hal Jordan. And that's what most people know as Green Lantern. Most people, yeah. So I suppose there's some truth to it. I don't know. But I don't know if they're going to depict John Stewart as kind of full of himself. I mean, they can get it to that Cosmic Odyssey story they did, where he inadvertently causes a planet to blow up, and then he's really upset about it, of course, because he's like, "Hey, I think I messed up." Oh, you did. And then it's one of those defining things where he's not so cocky anymore, and he's got to take things more seriously and that sort of stuff. And it's too bad about the planet, but hey, he learned, you know. I mean, as long as it wasn't Earth, who cares? And finally, shoot, oh man. Oh yeah, I forgot all the little details and designs and stuff. Where's my... No, not that. There you are. Yeah, it looks like there's something here. Oh God, that looks terrible. I really screwed that up. Oh well. It is what it is. Huh. I don't know, something like that. That'll have to do. All right. that concludes the drawing session for today. Now I can actually get to the mic. Okay, same old thing. Kevin, I need a dash of color. Being winter, yeah, it's mostly just fields of white. Plus, all the color goes away. All the green dies. And then spring comes. Oh, and everything blossoms and it's colorful and stuff. And then it's summer and you're sweating. That's the way it goes. What are you going to do? Tend to be more of a fall and spring kind of guy, All right. Oh, geez, I got to color this. I should have known this would be long. As I'm scrolling through the stage. So, Who Killed Buddy? That's an old one. We can do that one. And then I'll probably have to push another one if I haven't gotten the Photoshop set up yet. So a brief break with this little old animated cartoon I did for the Rob Saul Show way back when in that bygone era we commonly referred to as the day.
Who killed Buddy the rabbit?
So we've got a dead rabbit. And as the gravedigger's burying it, he notices it's got a broken neck. How'd that happen? One word. Homicide.
Why would anyone kill Buddy?
Seems this Buddy the rabbit lived with quite a few people in that house there. First of all, you got Rob Saul.
No, I wouldn't hurt that little bunny. I mean, my daughter loved that rabbit. I wouldn't have anything to do with that.
I don't know what to make of this guy. I mean, right off the bat, I assumed he was gay. Turns out, though, that his alibi was that he was up all night for about 8 hours talking to some Felicia Fierce lady. And yet, he claims he's not in love with her.
Look, just because I talk to her a lot and I want to have sex with her all the time and I just want to be with her, that's not being in love. Come on, no.
If you can figure this guy out, you're a smarter man than I am. Then there's Ileana.
No, I didn't do it. When that was supposed to happen, I was occupied with a man. 'Cause I cannot pleasure myself, I mean, that's what men are for anyway.
Now that's a likely story. But then again, what kind of psychosis is going on where you never pleasure yourself? Yeah, I gotta keep my eye on this one. Finally, we've got Maya. That's got guilty written all over it. The homicide investigation takes hard work and plenty of experience. Luck hardly has anything to do with it. And speaking of luck, look at poor Buddy. He had 4 rabbit feet. And look where that got him. In a hole in the backyard, that's where.
Who killed Buddy? Tonight on Investigation Discovery.
Unidentified woman. Now, this is also from the New York Post. The first one I read was from the Daily News. The New York Post had more of a detailed sort of report on this, because it says the woman left behind a handwritten note talking about stress, then just walked to the edge and jumped, according to sources. Bottles of medication were found in her apartment. A source said, looks like depression. Local resident Dimitri Wallace, and this is where it gets interesting, because depression is not that interesting. It's,
It's depressing.
It's depression, yeah. It's just, and people always think they're depressed when they're not, like, legally or clinically depressed. Yeah. I mean, 'cause it's a word that has like 2 meanings. You could be just like, I'm really down, I'm sort of depressed, or you can be like, no, I'm about to jump off a fucking building with my dog.
46 floors, was it?
Yeah, 46 floors.
I'm surprised she didn't explode.
I mean, it doesn't say that she didn't. Maybe she did. I mean, I guess she did. I'm sure that, her dog that she had was a rescue, which I'm sure he's like, thanks a shitload. This is not what I had in mind when you picked me up and saved me from death.
How long ago did she get him? Imagine if she just got him like yesterday. Like, I'm going to save you, buddy.
I thought it would cheer me up. It most likely was as a result of the depression, right? Or to try to ease it, I would think.
Dog, you got 24 hours.
People you start cheering me up, or shit's going to get nasty around here.
I'm going to name you Zoloft.
This is your ass. This is your ass in prison. Any questions? This has been a public service announcement reminding you that if you do the crime, you will do the time. Hard time. And now it's time for the world's greatest superheroes band together as friends to justice. They are the best friends. Early one morning at the Hall of Superdom. No better way to start the day than a nice view of the sweetest cheeks on earth.
Yeah, I hear you, best man. Maid of honor sure makes it easy to rise and shine.
Hey, watch your mouth, Pool Man. My admiration for my girlfriend's assets is not an invitation to your crude, sleazy commentary. And by the way, I can smell the beer sweating through your pores. I'm sick and tired of having to deal with your slacking off around here. We're superheroes, damn it! How are we supposed to maintain a stellar reputation when one of us passes out or poops his pants on occasion?
I don't know.
You don't know, huh? Well, I do. Either you get your act together, or I'll give you the boot. A team operates with teamwork, and I can't have a member of my team face down in a pile of his own puke in the middle of a crisis. Are you listening? You understand me?
Yeah, I understand, man. I'm sorry.
Yes, you are sorry, Pool Man. The trick here is for you to stop being sorry and be a man who can stand tall in his tights. Hey, what is it, Wingman? General Wilcox is on the horn. Says he's got a mission for us. Can Pool Man overcome his addiction? Will Best Man trust him to be able to perform on the team for General Wilcox's mission? And just what is said mission? Find out in the next exciting episode of Best Friends. Best Friends is a Nailsin production. All characters are written and performed by me, Douglas Nailsin, with music by Kevin MacLeod and other public domain sources. All right. Looks like everything's in here. Let me go through these. Kevin says, Rudolph, watch where you're taking a dump at. Kevin, yes, blame the camera. Oh, I guess I missed that from earlier. That was, yeah. Kevin, rest in peace, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Long gone now. Kevin, yeah, the dog didn't have any choice in it. That's true. All right. There's our lanterns. And boy, that was just way too many drawings. And those segments didn't last long enough. Now I got to do all this stuff. So what I do, I've demonstrated it before. Do the contrast. And then add the dry brush filter. All right. I'll go ahead and set up the others, provided I can stay conscious long enough to do all this. Dippity-doo, dippity-doo, dippity-dippity-dippity-dippity-dippity-dippity-doo.
Dan 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 dippity 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 doo dippity doo dippity doo dippity 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 doo. Okay, you're dippity dude. All right. We don't need all this space. Space. The title's right there. Oh, stupid. There you go. And then contrast. And then dry brush. And there it is. Yeah, he's good to go. And finally, oh man, that really, let's see, rotate. Superman. Jeez, this is the worst one I did. Jeez. That is, oh man, that's all kinds of messed up. I'm going to have to redo that. I don't know. Well, anyway, I'll go ahead and do Jeez, really did mess up. It's like his eye exploded. All right. I might skip that one. I don't know. And this was the one I was defending the most, at least movie-wise, you know. Damn. Oh, damn it. Yeah, you got to have the white on the bottom if you want the white on the bottom. Say. Ta-da. Oh, wait. Give him some room for his hair. Ta-da. There, it's fixed. All right, well, we began with Captain Falcon, so I guess we'll start there. And then it's like, oh, no. So much didn't make it over. Yeah, well, that's too bad. Now I got to fix this screw up I did. I don't even know if it does it like that. I had his dumb shield in the way, so I couldn't quite see it. And I was too lazy to look for another picture. But, yeah. And for a while, they, I forget what the deal was in the comics, but Steve Rogers suddenly wasn't young anymore. Not because he went through time or something. It was just some sort of effect happened to him to where he was, now he looks the age he actually is because, you know, he was frozen in the ice all those years. And, but the problem there is it's not like he had something keeping him young. It's because he had been frozen. So if it was something of that nature, he wouldn't look old at all. He would have to have something that just massively prematurely aged him. But whatever, they did that. And I think Bucky took over as Captain America when Captain America was supposedly dead. But anyway, comes back. Then they had like 2 Captain Americas. Then Bucky supposedly got killed again. Then, but he was too old, so I think that's when Sam Wilson took over. Yeah, you know, in the comics. I can't remember. And I think the wings have something like this in it. I don't know. Anyway, so he became the head of S.H.I.E.L.D., and they just started calling him Super Soldier. And had a suit that's similar, had a similar symbol that they have Falcon wearing now. He did wear one similar, I think, in the Winter Soldier movie. But anyway, that's what they did. Oh boy, damn it! Look at that shit. Well, it doesn't matter. There's no hope for this movie. Jeez. I think there's some red in here. Too lazy to find out. Too lazy to find out. I don't know, whatever. The rest, it's just going to be this sort of drab, washed out blue. Blue, super tights, blue, super tights. You can do anything, but don't step on my blue, super tights. Get in there, yo. You're gonna be blue, whether you like it or not. Yeah, that's what you're gonna do. Pants, knee pads. Oh wait, the boots aren't. They aren't blue. There, the knee pads. Probably that. I think it was some kind of like shin guard thing. It's a shin guard thing. Do that. Maybe that. I don't know. Here, sure, you can get some of that. You want some of this? There you go. You got it. Hell, I don't know what color the gloves are. They're kind of like mittens. Oh, mittens. Whoops. Damn it. It's hard to do when you're half blind, you know. All right. I don't know what color this is. And you can't be anti-racist if you don't see color. Yeah, that was the mantra. It's really, you can't exploit your race for financial gain if you don't see color. Yeah, that's how that works. I could buckle down and work hard and earn my way. But hey, I know. I could just take this asshole's job because he's white and I'm not. And that's the beauty of the program. Well, fuck all that bullshit. We're not doing that no more. Dun dun dun. Well, wait a minute. If we get rid of DEI, I, as the acting director of DEI, won't have a job. That's right. You won't. Whoops. But a lot of qualified people will. They're going to get their jobs back. Maybe even better. Geez, I don't. What tone should it be? I got enough. Damn, I really screwed that up. That is, what the hell? How did I miss that? Jeez. Oh, no, that won't work. Maybe an ear. Oh, not the outline, the ear. There we go. I gotta. There, the hairline is there. And here we go. And this is a lot like this, is a lot like that. And that's what it's all about. Doo-doo-doo-doo, doo-doo-doo-doo. It's been a long time in coming, but now it's here to stay. Ooh, woo. It's been a long time in coming, but now it's here to stay. Ooh, woo. Now I know I'll never get away. I wonder if he has the actual. Oh, yeah, it's that one. Damn. Messing up all over the place. It's that a perfect circle. Okay. Oh no! Now he's fighting for. He's Captain Turkey or whatever. Maybe a little more. Wait, I'm already forgetting my Captain America. Yeah, okay. There, see? Wow. Photoshop fixes things. Yes, it takes photos of stuff into a shop and fixes them. So why wasn't it called Photo Fix? Shut up. Where is... That's a doopy star, but this is a real star. There we go. It's starting to take shape. It's almost like a Captain America shield. Well, I mean, the shield was, yeah. So initially in the Falcon and Winter Soldier story, they started off with, Captain America, Steve Rogers had the shield at the end of Endgame, and he handed the shield to Sam, and Sam looks over at Bucky, and Bucky nods like, yeah, man, go ahead and take it. So he does, and then doesn't quite know what to do about that in the show. So he decides, you know what? It's a relic of a legendary hero, and I'm just going to dedicate it to like the Smithsonian Museum, something like that, So he did, but the government decided, hey, it's our property, so we'll do whatever we want. So they don't have the technology, or they didn't have enough adamantium or whatever it was. I think they were mentioning that in the movies. And so they decided to give the shield to a new Captain America, played by Kurt Russell's son, Wyatt Russell. And he actually was the only interesting character in the series. And but of course, he had to be something of a controversial character. He went crazy all because his buddy got murdered, and so he killed one of the assholes that killed him, and well, that made him a bad guy, you know, sort of. And then Elaine from Seinfeld later on recruited him to be U.S. agent, so that's what he does. But you won't see him in this movie. You'll see him in the next movie. Sure, you're going to see him because you know you're going to go see it. The Thunderbolts, which virtually has no connection to the actual comic book story, but at this point, does it matter? Probably not. So I guess that's Captain Falcon fighting for you, despite the fact that he doesn't represent you or something. So the villain is the leader. And say, well, what position are you applying for, leader? Oh, I thought that was just your name. Well, it's both. So, well, I don't know. I guess people didn't see him as the leader, and he gets pissed and decides, well, I'll show them. I'll show them all. And damn, I don't know. Kills people or something, I'm sure. Whatever. And then it's up to Captain America. I mean, Sam, to fly around and then stop this guy. But then I guess he unleashes the Red Hulk, which I don't know. I guess the story would be that Thaddeus Ross, who's president now, had some sort of sickness or what have you, and they said, hey, this treatment will cure that. And of course, it's I don't know if they did it where he was exposed to gamma rays. I guess that was part of the story in the Hulk movie, but they took from the Ultimate's take on it, which was a pretty clever thing that Mark Miller did for the Ultimate Marvel Comics. And in their story was they wanted to recreate the super soldier the super soldier serum that Captain America had. But it died with the scientist that created it when, the Nazi infiltrator murdered him. And so Steve Rogers was the only one they had. They were going to make a whole squadron of super soldiers. But Steve was the only one. So, they jumped ahead. They were trying to recreate it, and they had different scientists work on it and whatnot. And one of them was Bruce Banner, who was secretly dating the General Ross's daughter. And he was like, well, I don't know. I want my daughter dating some wimpy little poof. But whatever. But he certainly didn't want him dating her when she turns into a monster, So anyway, that's what happened. He decided, hey, I know, just to be safe, I'll experiment on myself. That way it's not, unethical. I mean, if I'd used some homeless guy or whatever, well, that could be a problem, if something went wrong. So he decided to use himself as the guinea pig. Well, something went wrong, and he turns into, the Hulk. And now you know the rest of the story. Good day. And so they took that into the movies as well. But in the Ultimates, basically they want to build a team and all that stuff. And of course, they introduced the idea of Nick Fury being black now, and the guy drew him to look like Samuel Jackson. Not knowing that they would actually go ahead and cast Samuel Jackson as the character. So it's like, well, look at that. Yep. And so, but in that one, to prove themselves as being worth something, they ended up having to go against the Hulk when he hulked out and lost his mind, all because Bruce Banner's girlfriend had decided to move on with someone else. And he was like, so he hulks out, tears up the city and stuff. And they had to send in the Ultimates to subdue him, which they do. But it's kind of like, well, we wouldn't have had this problem if you hadn't have been experimenting on all this crap. Oh, you noticed that, huh? Well, but anyway, that's what they did. They did introduce Loki and all that stuff later, but it wasn't the initial thing that brought them together. So basically, they took aspects of Ultimates and fused it with pretty much the actual original Avengers story. It's just mostly different characters, like Thor and Iron Man, and that was it. Hulk, and then you had Wasp and Hank Pym and all that. But anyway, they just took it to where Loki would be the main villain, and he was the main villain in the original first Avengers story. I'll be very different. Although there, it's, I guess even the Ultimates was a bit of a nod, even though Loki wasn't a part of it, is I think what Loki did in that story was he manipulated the Hulk, I think, and it's been a while since I read it, and made him the menace or what have you. And everybody's like, oh my God, the green rampaging monster who tears stuff up is rampaging and green and tearing stuff up. But then they found out, oh, damn it, it was Loki all along. So, okay, Hulk, no hard feelings. Of course, he's always pissed off, so I don't know how that went. But anyway, eventually, like, I just don't think the Hulk being on a superhero team is going to work. And so they kind of booted him out. They did the old Pete Best to him. And he never got over it. I did that too much, I guess. I don't know. It was all a mess. Yeah, they brought back the Ultimates in the comics, but it's shit. I mean, some people were reading it just to laugh at it because it was so stupid. But I'm tired of that. I mean, there's been so many things. And people made a point to watch the Batwoman show. And they weren't wrong. It was so stupid, it's funny. But, just wasn't dedicated enough, I suppose. Yeah, the Batwoman. Wasn't there a guy who was able to make faces, to look like other people and stuff? And it seemed to insinuate that he got the excess flesh he needed to make the face off of his ass. It's Batwoman's old arch enemy, Buttface. I don't know. Oops, 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 oops. That was a mess of a show. I mean, somebody, I think, was paralyzed on it. They almost paralyzed the star because it just stuff would fall down and nobody knew what they were doing half the time. All kinds of injuries. And, well, the show must go on. I guess. I don't know. I think it was like, was it a woman who wrote for the show or something? But she was on the set. And, one of the lights hanging from the scaffolding came loose and just fell on top of her head. And that was it. She was paralyzed from the neck down, I believe. You'd have thought something more of that would have come out of it, but so they got in a dust up with their star, and she was let go after all their virtue signaling over her being gay, or I guess bi or whatever. I don't know, but the character's gay. So then they had to hurry up and, oh well, we can't just hire some other woman to play the character. We got to be able to exploit them. So they got a black woman, but we need, so they got her to say she's bisexual too or something. I don't know. Maybe she was, but I mean, it's just look, just say it, Oh, all right. And then they would do these ads where there were people getting bat tattoos and stuff because they were gay too, and Batwoman was representing them. So I don't know if Batwoman, I don't know how many crimes she solved or anything, but at least I know the gay citizens of Gotham could take comfort in knowing she's gay too. So there you go. And when it comes to crime fighting, that's what matters. Where do you park your junk? Yeah, I'm spending an awful lot of time on something I don't know if it'll actually look like this. I'm just guessing. But considering, you got that, oh, jeez, behind the scenes look from the Superman movie, and Nathan Fillion is obviously a member of some group. I don't know if that's supposed to be their version of the Justice League at the time or something, but they're all wearing these sort of jacket suits that Mr. Terrific wears. So for Mr. Terrific, you see him in the footage and he's like, well, he looks like Mr. Terrific. But then when you bring in Hawk Girl and Green Lantern, it's like, well, that doesn't look right. I mean, I know he had that haircut for a brief moment, but it was a brief moment, and even he wants to forget about it. It happens. You do stupid hairdos, not in midlife usually, but when you're a teenager and stuff, and there's all those pictures of you, and you look like an idiot. But it's just one of those rites of passage, I guess you got to go through. Damn it. The main thing is just got to play Guy Gardner like he's an asshole. Because he's an asshole. He's an asshole. Yo. And, but he'll do the right thing, I don't know if they're going to do that. Knowing Gunn, he probably wants it to be the Justice League where it was more of a comedy in the comics when Guy Gardner was there. And I don't know if they'll let him bang the ice chick, since I think they suddenly made her gay so that she and the fire chick can get it on. Because see, fire and ice, they really go together well, don't they? And so that leaves him with nothing. I mean, they'd still probably approach it, but just to watch him be humiliated. And, All right. Coloring takes a long time. It sure does. Come here, you. There you go. All right. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Damn it. Did it anyway, and I didn't like it. Okay, I hope this all works. I don't know. There we go. That's better. Yeah. Damn it. There we go. And, oh my goodness, unsightly dandruff. I gotta get that out of there. And there we go. Just shave that. Okay. So, of course, when he's got the green energy going on, his eyes turn green. Don't it make my brown eyes? Don't it make my brown eyes green? Yes. Yes, it does. So we'll do the same for green. Boy, it's kind of looking like Mannix here. At first I thought, yeah, I think I kind of caught it. Yeah, no. Yeah, the green eye thing was kind of a recent thing. Wasn't always the case, and especially for Hal Jordan, since he had the mask on most of the time. Just a little green mask, but no one knew it was him. No. And Sinestro. One eye's bigger than the other. Okay. All right. I think that's kind of the color. So there again, he may not look like that at all because I don't know that they can afford either the makeup or certainly the CGI stuff. So he'll just be some guy, I don't know, blue jeans and t-shirt. I'm Sinestro, one of the great big threats in the universe or something. Okay. Whoops. Damn it. Of course, it is true. Recently, they've made him a Red Lantern. A Red Lantern is when you're just so damn pissed off and angry. The Yellow Lanterns is when you utilize the power of fear. Ah, damn it. Ugh. One more time. Oh, look at that. It worked. Okay. I'll put this in there. And I gotta switch arms. Because the other one, stop that. Is going numb. I guess I'll leave his hands. Like he's wearing white gloves too. I don't know. The idea is he's basically wearing the same uniform, just, it's got yellow in it. Yeah, he's got boots. The bats. Which, thanks to that dude in Britain who fought off a mugger with a pair of pants. I mean, trousers. Just goes to show how important a pair of pants can be. It just might save your life. But then again, maybe not. I don't know. So it's like when their power rings run out of power. Right? Take off your pants. What? Ugh. You gotta do better than that. There. Good enough. All right. Let's see here. This will do. It's green. Nah, it needs to be better than that. All right. Jeez. Maybe there. That'll work. There we go. Oh, damn it. I need to do that one separate. There we go. Whoops. So I guess this little circle as I attempt to stave off unconsciousness. One more time, just the color green lantern. Color green lantern. Yeah. Color green lantern. Nope. God damn it. You bastard. Oh, damn it. Ah, crap. Oh, God. What an idiot. I'm an idiot. I'm a stupid idiot. All right. I don't really even remember how the design goes here. But I'm just going to do it anyway. I think it was something like that. I don't know. Oh, God, I'm falling asleep. And there we have our lanterns. I mean, 2 lanterns and Sinestro. Who's like, I don't like you. The end. Oh, wait. The Green Lanterns have got to provide white glove treatment. Now, when they're doing inspections, they get any dust on those gloves? Well, you're in trouble. I can tell you right now, I don't want to be you. No, sir. Not in that situation. Uh-uh. Okay. Oh, God. Superman. Well, I wonder. Yeah, like that. Ta-da! You saved Superman. Yes, I guess I did. The hell's this? Jeez. Like the barber missed a hair there. Okay, oops. Okay. All right. Damn it. Oh no, that was gonna do it too. What about the other hand? There we go. Oh man. Starting to piss me off, Superman. Yeah. Oops, oops. Oh yeah, I gotta do it here and here. And then we gotta touch that up. This. I won't be doing one this long again soon. Especially when I was in pretty bad shape to begin with. No. There. No, damn it. Hey. Damn it. And a sleeve of that. Shoulder. Okay. So I gotta go fix this seam or whatever the hell it is. Do that. And his bra strap. The other bra strap. I wonder if the cape will work. Looks like it. And that. Well, this work. Nope. Mm-hmm. I believe that appears to be the problem right there. Yes. Oh, excuse me. Oh, jeez. It happens. Yeah. Ah, damn it. I missed the line. Ding, ding, ding. I missed the line because you're mine. I missed the line. Nope. Yeah. See, it's one of these, I guess. No, dummy. This. There. There he goes. Oh, God. There. All right, never mind. It's time to black out everything. There. Maybe that. Even for the squinty eye. Whoops. Whoops. There. And geez, he looks really pissed off, and this was a crappy drawing. It's really bad. I'll have to redo the face entirely if I bother with it. But there you go. Probably did the best job on Captain Falcon, amazingly enough. The leader's all right. Doesn't look like the leader, but that's how they're going to depict him. And then the lanterns. Yeah. There we go. Well, I said I was going to draw stuff. And what do you know? I did. Oh, good Lord. Let's see what was said. Looks like it's mostly stealth chaos. Damn, I gotta go a ways. Jeez. Oh, where did I leave off? Damn it. Good Lord. Quite a conversation took place while I was mumbling to myself. Come on. Oh my goodness. Okay, I think that's where I was. Dash of color. Okay. Stealth Chaos says Better Call Doug. Stealth Chaos. I don't know who it's supposed to look like, but it's still pretty cool. Yeah, I forget who it's supposed to look like too. Stealth Chaos. The eyes are my favorite part. Stealth, Superman. Stealth Chaos. Writers have to be on the bottom in Hollywood these days. Yeah, I think they're just gonna replace them with AI too. Stealth Chaos. Claim every screw up as artistic license, Doug. Oh yeah, I forgot. I have one of those. I am, after all, a professional. Stealth Chaos, go with the process. Stealth Chaos. Steve Rogers was half Asian. That's why. Half Asian. I can't remember what that would be included to. Anyway, Stealth Chaos, Captain American privilege. Stealth Chaos, make Captain America great again. Yeah. Stealth Chaos, no red in Cap America, Douglas. But it's red, white, and blue. Stealth Chaos, true blue. Oh, you mean, yeah. Stealth Chaos, blue meanies. Susan Dolan, Doug, you forgot the star in the middle of the shield. No, I didn't. I just was going to use the Photoshop star because it's more accurate. And I eventually got there. Stealth Chaos protects the knees when giving blowjobs. Yeah, the knee pads, they all have them. So it'll come in handy. Ironically, not actually giving. I guess you could give that. Anyway, Stealth Chaos, a career in fashion design awaits our boy Douglas. I don't think so. Kevin, yeah, if there isn't DEI anymore, Al Sharpton will have to go find a real job. Well, you see, that's the thing. The professional activists can never declare victory on anything because if they do, the career's over. You got to get a real job. Stealth Chaos. Douglas, I want to know why you love the movie Emilia Perez so much. I haven't seen it, but I did see a scene where they were singing about plastic surgery because of the trans surgeries. I mean, and it's up for an Oscar and everything. If Mel Brooks could not do it better, and yet they didn't mean it to be that silly. Jeez. I think you went a little overboard in your praise on your Twitter. The Amelia Perez. As I understand it, the Amelia Perez story is about a mob hitman who transitions to a woman and played by an actual transgender actor and goes on some road of redemption because, hey, look, all that killing, well, he did that when he was still a man, so it doesn't count. Stealth Chaos, you say it was the best movie of 2024, but surely you were being hyperbolic. Jeez, did I say that? Stealth Chaos, A Perfect Circle are a pretty good band, dog. All right. Stealth Chaos, DEI equals DOA. Well, you just needed to flip the second and third letters, and you got the point. Stealth Chaos, DEI equals get the fuck out. Stealth Chaos, soon they will have to call in Photo Amazon. Or call it Photo Amazon. Yeah, I suppose. Fitity, the timey-wimey-limey Photoshop is the best program ever. It sure comes in handy, doesn't it? Stealth Chaos, I'm also a limey, but not particularly timey or wimey. I never did understand what the wimey was. Really never did. Stealth Chaos, a little bit whiny, maybe. Oh, is that what whining about time? Could be. Stealth Chaos, I saw Morrissey live at the Smithsonian. Did he? He played at the Smithsonian? I didn't remember that. Stealth Chaos, and Adamant Ian. Do they do a Madame Tussauds thing at Smithsonian? Stealth Chaos, Russell Terrier. All right. Infinity, the timey-wimey limey. Oh, well, I solved the so-called grandfather paradox, so it's my branding. All right. Well, the grandfather paradox is solved by multiverse, I guess. Something. Yeah. Anyway, Stealth Chaos, I am terrified of getting paradoxed, which is why I am Stealth. Stealth Chaos is Captain Falcon and the brown dirt cowboy. Yeah, that's pretty much the deal. I guess he'll have to have a 10-gallon hat for that forehead. Stealth Chaos, Lita and the Swan. Stealth Chaos, AIDS. It's good to let that out. Susan Dolan, the shield was made of vibranium. Adamantium is from Logan's universe, though they're both the same thing. Just what I was talking about, the comic books version, vibranium. And that was the deal because of the rights being split. So I guess they couldn't even say adamantium initially, but anyway, whatever. Stealth Chaos, I remember Captain Britain. I think it lasted about 10 issues. Yeah. Yeah, he was tossed around. He ended up with one of the X-Men books for a while. Yeah, but now his sister is Captain Britain or something, and suddenly she discovered in midlife that she's a lesbian and dyed her hair purple or something. I don't know. Stealth Chaos, General Jeff Ross of the Pedo Shill Army. Jeez. Not familiar and don't want to be. Oh, wait. The vibranium shield was a little something for the ladies. Oh. Stealth Chaos, if the Hulk was around today, they would prescribe him some medication. I'm sure, yeah. Stealth Chaos, lithium, maybe. Stealth Chaos, is that Captain Pat Dixon? What? Why, Captain Falcon is... I don't think so. Yeah. I'm going to go with no. Stealth Chaos, Loki. Well, after his show, he became the god of time or some crap. Stealth Chaos, none of these hold a candle to Madam Web. Well, boy, ain't that the truth, huh? Stealth Chaos, Assface. Yeah, that was the villain. I think so. Stealth Chaos, Captain Quadfather. That's a possibility. Stealth Chaos sounds like the plot of the movie Birdman. Was that the Michael Keaton one? Susan Dolan, the only role I liked Ruby Rose in was the deaf bodyguard in John Wick 2. She doesn't have any lines. All 5 foot 90 pounds of her get tossed around like a rag doll. Yeah. By 6'2", 200 pounds Keanu Reeves before he stabs her to death. Yeah, that's what happened. Interestingly enough, she suffered no serious injuries in the making of that movie, but was nearly paralyzed by the Batwoman show. Stealth Chaos. Ruby Rose would be totally my type if she hadn't had all that horrible work done and was not such a try-hard hack. Yeah, she's all tatted up, isn't she? Anyway, Stealth Chaos, her name sucks too. Too much can only be, you can have Ruby or Rose, but you cannot have both. Stealth Chaos sounds like the FBI did a raid on her back in the 80s. Ruby Rose? In the 80s? Was she even born? Anyway, Stealth Chaos. No one knows what Mannix looks like, Doug, unless it's just me. Well, it's probably not at this point. It's a very old show. So, yeah, don't worry about it. Stealth Chaos, John Waters. John Waters? You know, John Waters could have been a Sinestro. Stealth Chaos, Yellow Lantern drank his own pee. That could be the secret of his power. Kevin says comfortably numb. No, it wasn't. I wasn't comfortable at all with it. That's why I switched hands. Stealth Chaos, there is no pain. I am receding. Well, look, it happens. You lose some hair as you age. Susan Dolan forgot the lanterns in the chest insignia. Yeah, I know. Photoshop was to do it later. Anyway, Stealth Chaos, Doug seems a bit lantern phobic to me. Typical cis white male. I guess so. Stealth Chaos, so hateful. Stealth Chaos, Crystal Ship. Stealth Chaos, no one, Doug gets out alive. Oh, damn. Damn. Stealth Chaos, the Lizard King won't help you now, Doug. Yeah, well, never did get along with lizards. Stealth Chaos, it is the best Doors song that although, not gonna lie. Crystal Ship. Kevin, don't fall asleep, Doug. You just got a little bit more to go. Stealth Chaos, that's basically what the Crystal Ship is about. Sleep, death, drug-induced stupor. Oh, yes. Stealth Chaos, you sank my battleship. But it was Crystal. Stealth Chaos, Superman is played by James Mason as Humbert. Oh, yeah. Well, Lois is of age. Oh, yeah, no, like Supergirl. He's like, yes, I would very much like to paint your toes. Yes. Stealth Chaos flies in to save 14-year-old girl. Yeah. Kevin, don't tug on Superman's cape. And don't spit in the wind or piss in it. And don't take the mask off the old Lone Ranger. And don't mess around with Jim. Stealth Chaos, don't tug the Doug. Well, every now and then there's some ladies I let. Stealth Chaos, what do you call a guy drawing superheroes on YouTube who has a garden tool stuck into his head? A garden tool? Jeez, I'm never going to get that one. Garden tool. A spade? A shovel? Stealth Chaos, bless you. Oh, that's when I sneezed. Boy, I'm really catching up. Kevin, Doug needs a Kleenex. I got it. Stealth Chaos, so do I. I am so close. Stealth Chaos, Kurt Vonnegut, Goonier. Stealth Chaos looks better than the Disney Snow White reboot. You mean one of these movies? Well, that's probably guaranteed. They'll probably, all of these will do much better than that. Well, I don't know about money wise, but you know, aesthetically maybe. Anyway, Saint Ranger says, thank you, Doug. Good show. Well, I appreciate that, Ranger. Kevin, Stealth Chaos is going to keep you busy reading the chat. Wait a minute. Is this a plot? Stealth Chaos, just skip over the Stealth Chaos stuff. That guy is retarded. God, I don't know if I want to tell Stealth Chaos what Stealth Chaos just said. Captain Britain is also Islamic, probably. I don't know if they did that. Maybe. I just know Captain Britain's a lesbian now. Stealth Chaos, Ruby Ridge. So you want Ruby to change her name of Rose to Ridge. Well, I don't know. We'll see if she gets to that. Stealth Chaos, Doug. Ah, damn it. Yeah. Finity, the timey-wimey-limey ho. Not around at the moment, but Kevin, thanks, Doug, for the late night company. See you next time. Well, there we go. That's how we wrap it up. Thanks, Kevin. I drew, these guys, and now it's done. But there'll be another one someday, probably Monday night. That's what I'm guessing. Or I guess I'm just gonna keep doing the Sunday Comics Live. So, because I didn't tape it, and I just don't feel like taping it now. My God, I'm exhausted, but I still got to stay up a couple of more. What is it? Oh, geez, I thought it was later than that. Oh man, it's just about. Oh man, I still got to stay up a while. Oh man. Well, I got to put the sound effects to my Sun King story. I think I got some Nailsin news for the Nailsin Show. I could put that in there, and that'll work. And but yeah, Sunday Comics will have to be live. I will come in exhausted, having been at work. So it'll go kind of like this. Won't that be nice? All right, have a good weekend, everybody.
Shutting up every